in we go.
So, can you say the name of this?
Calogero Parking.
Alcadisa Marina, I think.
Morning all.
Morning.
Last night we stayed at this lovely marina called
Alcadesa.
And that was our view from the our window last night. A big rock. So I have been here many years ago, 30 odd years ago I was here, and apparently it's changed an awful lot. There's a lot of building been going on since. Come and join us as we go and explore
The rock.
It is a beautiful, clear, sunny day. When we got here last night, it was all shrouded in mist, which looked amazing, but you don't get much of a view. So hopefully today we are going to get some fabulous views. And this is the border control. Red lanes, green lanes, load of vehicles going over, lots of pedestrians. So walking through customs was really very quick and easy. Took 5 minutes maximum to walk all the way through. And when you get through,
Quickest border crossing I've ever had.
and when you get through, there are people trying to sell you tours to take you up to the top of the rock. Don't do them. They're only 20 quid and they promise you everything. They're only 2 hours long. Get yourself on the number 10 bus. It's £2.40 return to the what's this called? The station.
The cable car station. Quite an interesting bus ride through. You have preconceptions about a place before you go, and one thing I hadn't realised is obviously there is a whopping great big rock. There is no land to build on. Everything is so condensed. The pathways, the pavements are really narrow, and the bus got through spaces that I think we'd struggle to get our motorhome through. There was just, the roads are very little, and I think I've seen about 3 houses and they're on the top of the hill. Everybody lives in a flat. The land is so limited. That's all I was going to say.
It's definitely not cheap. £37 return on the cable car to go and see all the bits, the monkeys and the whatever. Oh.
If you don't want to walk down after the beach, you return from the middle station whenever you want.
Okay.
Okay? £74, please.
They do say that Gibraltar isn't cheap. It's a little bit cheaper than the UK, but way more expensive than Spain. On the short 6-minute ride to the top of the rock, you are treated to some spectacular views of Gibraltar, the airport, and the town of La Línea de la Concepción on the Spanish side. Other than our friend Rachel, these are some of the more recognisable residents of Gibraltar.
Spain. Britain. Morocco.
I very much remember 30 years ago being told to leave the monkeys well alone and let them get on with their own thing. However, really sadly today, they are very much part of the tourist experience.
Panic and record. I got a couple. Don't worry, you can use them when you want.
I got it.
You got it.
When I was here all those 30 years ago, there was just a rock. Now there's all sorts. There's this skywalk.
And as we discovered in Kuala Lumpur, Claire's not very good with glass underfloor, so this can be interesting.
Awesome view from here. I wonder if I can jump like I did last time. Claire has only had a little panic so far, but when somebody rocks it, she hates it.
Like Thomas.
But look at that view. I don't mean the missus, I mean the rocks. That is a completely awesome view. The view, oh my god. I don't know if you can see, but there's a plane coming into land. That is the British Airways from Manchester flight.
Oh, you geek.
Look at this, absolute chaos. 22 quid and you're herded into these buses and treated like cattle.
In reality though,
So this is the problem. If you took one of those £22 tours, they would load you into these buses. Look at them. Long queue. You're only here for an hour and a half, hour and 3/4 the whole tour. We've been here about 3 hours already, just mooching. So if you want to see everything properly, do it yourself. It costs a little bit more money, but it's definitely worth it. We're now taking a trail up the Douglas path, all the way to the top. There's a little building I can see up there. I bet there's some awesome views.
I was expecting Gibraltar to be a little bit Singapore-esque and a little bit more refined. It might be down there, but up here it costs, what, 70 odd pounds to get in?
£37 each.
£37 each. Hello? Yeah, £37 each. But it seems like the toilets, I've been in 2 toilets now, and the seats are broken, and it's really bad workmanship to the point where they can't clean properly, things like that. It's not as maintained as the price tag would, in my opinion, think it should be. What I was trying to say is it's not as polished as I would expect it to be, but nature is nature. This rock is stunning and the views are just out of this world.
I'd also say there's no signs anywhere. You don't really know where you're walking. You're given a like cartoon-esque map that doesn't really show the roads properly. It's just this way. I thought the cave was this way, and the man said no, there's a gun battery there and the cave's down the end, the bottom way. But we didn't see a road going that way. So we'll go and see the gun battery, and then we'll try and find the caves in a minute. Known as O'Hara's and Lord Airy's batteries, these 2 gun batteries are located at the highest point of the rock and date back to the 1890s. They were used during World War II with 9.2-inch guns and were last fired during training exercises in 1976. Look at this cool gecko. The next stop on today's murder mystery tour is St Michael's Cave. So at the gift shop at St Michael's Cave is the most British pub you'll ever see. Got old speckled head and fish and chips. The cave is known as the Awakening. I don't know why. Last time I came, it was just the big cave. Not a lot going on. So I think they've probably done quite a lot for tourism in the last 3 decades. Wow. Oh, I don't remember seeing this last time. Hang on a second, Claire has just lost her breath because it, Jesus Christ, goes down 2 stories or more. As you know, Claire loves a cave. This cave is absolutely immense, and this is just the entrance. Oh my God, look at it. Wow. According to one of the signposts, a wondrous curtain forms the outline of an angel, and this was discovered during the creative development of The Awakening, which is a light show that we'll see in a minute. Some people say they have found the Archangel St Michael. Indeed, it does look a little bit like it, and the lighting in here is fantastic. This light show, known as The Awakening, is some 7 minutes long, but will be very boring to watch on the video. So I've sped it up for you, but if you're ever here, come and see it. I think we sat through it 3 times in the end. It is superb. For some reason, Claire thinks she knows a shortcut.
Claire's full following one of the very few actual signs, Claire's not actually now believing them. Yeah.
That saved an hour's walking, going round and round, like the other path that we saw. 3 hours of detour, 5,000 steps later, we reach Rook's Battery. Claire thought she knew a better way than everybody else was going. Pretty typical, really. However, it is just such an awesome place. Look at that view over the Straits of Gibraltar. Or should I say, the Strait of Gibraltar.
The problem is, Claire followed the sign. There haven't been signs all day. I found a sign, so I followed it. And that was quite a steep little path, and everybody else followed us down as well.
So this is the Windsor Bridge. It's a suspension bridge built over a bit of a gorge here. Whoa, a bit wobbly. Guess it's for the view. However, because it's wobbling, Claire's hanging on for dear life by the look of her.
Not quite.
It's not quite. Gotta say, that is a hell of a view. I've got to say, from the rock, which is pretty much all we've seen of Gibraltar so far, the rock and views. But they are pretty impressive.
They are. Do you know what else looks impressive? That swimming pool down there looks really, really tempting.
It's very, very warm today. We are on the middle of February and it is lovely and warm.
This is better than any English day. It is so gorgeous.
So today's planned tour of doing Gibraltar ended up us spending most of the day doing half of the rock. It's fabulous up here. There's probably a lot more to do in Gibraltar than we've seen. However, we've only got the one day, so half the rock. The cave was awesome.
Yes.
I still think it's worth the 37 quid rather than getting a tour. You saw those people queuing 20 vehicles and you had an hour there. It wasn't worth it. However, this, do it yourself. Don't pay the money to the touts. Just do it yourself and enjoy. So while Claire looks for somewhere to go for a beer, we're back on the bus on the way home, by the way. I just thought I'd say Gibraltar, it's been a bit of a surprise. We weren't really sure what to expect, but it's so very, very British. All the names, Winston Churchill Road, Kingsway, Queensway, King's this, Queen's that, it's fabulous. Everybody speaks English and they use the pound. Prices are a little bit cheaper than the UK, but only just. Way more expensive than the other side of the border into Spain, of course. Would I come again? Yeah, I think for a weekend you could fly in, you could get a bus. Buses are cheap, like we said, it's £4.80 return for the trip up to the Rock and back. I'd come for a weekend. I don't know what the food and beer like. We've got to find out. Hopefully Claire will find something nice for us. Look at those skies over the Rock of Gibraltar. We were up there earlier. It's actually where the clouds are now, because you can't go right to the peak on the left there. Watching planes landing earlier. Fantastic. Unfortunately, we didn't get down to the Moorish castle. That's for next time we come.
So here in Gibraltar, to walk out of the country, you walk across the runway. Where else in the world do you get to do that? You walk across an international runway to get to another country. Comment below if you know somewhere else where you do that.
So that's the end of the video. What I thought was going to be a very long day of Gibraltar ended up being walking around the rock. It was lovely. It's now getting dark, as you can see. We're going to get run over now, we're fine. It was good. I think on the way back from Morocco, we might come back again, do a bit more shopping, a bit more mooching.
There is a part of me that really fancies trying to take Peggy in there. Now I know the roads are narrow and really busy, and it's very tight. Sorry, apologies for the chicane. It's very tight on space. But there is a part of me that really fancies taking Peggy in there, just to drive all the way around and come back out again.
However, petrol there is 129 a litre, whereas here in Spain it's about 160 we've seen.
We did get ours for about 130 something from what we think is a truck fill-up point.
A truck stop, yeah.
Yeah. If you spot those in Spain, well done. We've spotted 2. We've come across them by accident, and they are much, much cheaper.
So yeah, go to a truck stop. They were friendly as hell. 160, 129 here in Gibraltar, and about 130, 135 at a truck stop in Spain.
Yeah.
There you go. End of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Join us next time as we are, well, I don't know what the next video is actually.
Well, hopefully the next video will be us going into Morocco. You're driving in Morocco!
I can't believe we've driven to Africa.